I'm Barry. Barry the bellhop, they call me. It's alliterative and descriptive, and I go as far as to say apt. The cap fits, so I wear it. I've got a couple of brothers back home in the valleys. There's David the Death, he's an undertaker, and Tom, he drives trains. Tommy the Tank, they call him. I'm not quite sure why. It's all a bit Dylan Thomas, if you ask me. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, the job. Yes, that's his ups and downs. but I love it. Trouble is, this time of year, I get mistaken for a chap called Buttons. I'm not quite sure who he is, but seriously, I'm grateful to be employed. To tell you the truth. My occupation is an endangered species. I'm hovering on the verge of extinction. I'll have you know. Oh yes, these self-drive lifts are threatening my livelihood. But I rise to the occasion. Now, fortunately for me, there are still a few examples of, a few bastions of civilized elevatory conveyance. And this is a fine example. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Lois the lift. Lois, would you like to say hello to the ladies and gentlemen? She's a lady of few words, but so perhaps I'd better do the talking. Lois the lift, a lovely preserved example of an Acme Levitation E3000S model, introduced in 1938, the Rolls Royce of lifts, a lift for the upwardly mobile, you might say. Now, before I show you the interior, cast your eyes, if you would, admiringly, at these double, I tell you what they are. I want you first of all to look at the intricate design of these gilded, double concertina safety gates. Now, in the interest of safety, would you please step away from the lift for a moment? While I demonstrate the operation of these gates. Not something for the unwary. In the wrong hands, these gates can be hazardous. Many a digit I've seen lopped off over my experience. Now, the secret is to open and close the gates in the correct sequence, utilising only the brass levers hidden behind the safety panel here. Et voila. And now for the reveal, as we say in the trade. Ladies and gentlemen, gather round and cast your eyes on the sumptuous interior of the E3000S. You see there, imagine cosseting your feet in the deep pile of the Wilton carpet with triple underlay, and taking the aroma of the ceiling to floor quilted leather wall linings, and admire the wall sconces that bathe the car in a refreshing and inviting glow. Now, for the technically minded, this here is the control panel, or Barry's box of tricks, as I like to call it. This is my domain, and trespass at your peril, I'm warning you. Now, I'll just take you through the rudiments. First of all, you have to make sure that the gates are properly closed. Otherwise you won't get a peep out of the panel here. So it's a fail-safe device, you see. Now, once the gates are closed, I just press the button marked door close, and the presto, the door closes smoothly into position. Then, and only then, do I ask the occupants which floor they require. And then I press the appropriate buttons. Sounds simple, doesn't it? and so it is, provided nothing goes wrong. The trouble is, Lois is getting a bit temperamental. She's highly strung. I blame her parents, you know, the way she was raised. And her nerves are not what they were, you know. A fair do, she's knocking on 80 now. She had a fair few facelifts, but her underpinnings are still distinctly dodgy. You have to treat her right, coax her a little, and make allowances for her age. She doesn't like anyone touching her buttons. Except me, of course. We have an understanding. So I take it slowly, and we go steadily, and up she goes, up and away, high as you like, high as a kite. Now, she has given me a few troubles over the years. Some nasty moments. Free falling from the 14th floor is not something I would recommend for the faint-hearted. I was so ruffled off there's something rotten that day, but we stopped at the 3rd floor, thank God. I thought I was a goner, but no, it was just Lois, teasing, just a bit of fun, that's all. She's got a wicked sense of humour, as Lois. Now, you could say that my life is my work. There's only room for one woman in my life, and that's Lois. No, I know what you're going to see. Sad bastard. He can't sustain a real-life relationship. He's to fall in love with an octogenarian piece of winding gear. Long due for the knacker's yard. But I don't see it like that, see. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And in my eyes, Lois is more beautiful than any skinny bin sashaying down some catwalk in a designer bin bag. No. Lois has class. And that's something that never goes out of fashion. So, some people just get better with age. They mature, like fine wine. So, you can learn to love the finer things in life, or you can waste your time in the futile pursuit of the inconsequential. So, who's the saddle now? But all good things must come to an end. I know the writing is on the wall, much as I try to ignore it. Lois and I will soon be parted. Replaced by some silver, soulless escalator. What an ignominious end to a beautiful career. But on that fateful day, I'll see to it that Lois goes out in a blaze of glory. I've got it all worked out. What I'll do. I'll disable the safety brake. And I'll hit the button, mark top floor, and I'll engage power boost, and I'll let her rip. We go up and up, ever higher and higher, faster and faster, accelerating. The floor numbers flashing past in quick succession because this is not a stopping service today, until finally we burst through the roof in a cascade of sparks and falling masonry, and Lois will throw off her shackles and let out a scream of delight. Her arms outstretched to embrace the firmament. Oh yes. Mind the doors, please. Going up.